Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and it's demo time once again. We are taking a look at a game that I just knew nothing about and just discovered the other day on Twitter, a little short video clip. We are taking a look at Sirocco Thug, Sirocco Thugs, and this is a first-person beat 'em up. It's kind of got a goofy, really kind of arcadey style. So think of like a first person beat 'em up. When I was looking at the little clip that I saw on Twitter, it kind of reminded me of like a less gory, but kind of almost like a cartoony, um, flat screen version of Gorn. You just have these. I don't know, it just kind of gave me that vibe for whatever reason. I've played this a little bit, and I think it has some interesting potential, but I think there's definitely a lot of room to expand on what the game is doing, and I'll talk more about that as we go. There's not really a lot of options in here so far. You can rebind the controls, which is nice because the kick button by default, I did not like that. It just felt very uncomfortable, especially when you have the ability to do jump kicks. They originally mapped it to V, which space and then V just really felt awkward, especially when you're already hitting WASD. So I remapped it to Q. And we option screen there. Let's go ahead and start the game. And we're going to start out with Goon. We have got 3 difficulty levels here. We have Goon, Thug, and Boss. So we'll start out as a Goon. And there is a tutorial level. I'm not going to do that because it's just fighting a bunch of dudes and they want you to do very specific attacks. We're just going to play the actual demo level. And here we go. So yeah, we are first person. We start out with our fists. Oh, Q feels so much better. Yeah, Q feels so much better. I do not like V for that attack. Okay, no weapons back there. So it's kind of like an old school, kind of almost reminds me like a PS1 era game. It's really got this really crunchy, grungy feeling to it. So we come out of our building here and we got thugs to play with. So this guy, if I can kick him into the other guy, it seems to do a lot of damage. Now I gotta get used to not hitting V. Because when I was doing that before, there we go. I love the physics when they just start flying across the screen. There we go. Now we got a weapon. All right. So my major problem with this so far, like I said, it's got a great foundation. It's goofy, it's fast, it's arcadey, and I like everything about that. But there's not enough. Jesus, that guy flew. There doesn't seem to be quite enough depth. Like I have a melee attack, I have a kick. I've got a few different weapons that I can get, including a gun with a few bullets every now and again. But if I hold the mouse button down, the left mouse, I just keep doing a swing. I think at minimum, I'm not saying that you have to have, like, depending on what arrow keys you hit along with the mouse button, you could do different attacks, but you could, you could expand it to that. Something like, the way you would do it with Riddick or Chivalry, those kind of melee combat systems, or Condemned. Even as much as I love Butcher's Creek, like I even said, that could maybe have a couple more moves to it. But a game that's really based on being a beat 'em up, to my knowledge, I don't think there's a throw either. So I want to be able to grab a dude, like I want to be able to run up in him, grab someone, and then I could either do like a throw, or I could do a melee. I could do like maybe if I grabbed a dude with, like, let's say, I don't know, my F button or my middle mouse button or something, and then I could like punch him by clicking, or if I could do like a knee him in the gut kind of a thing, or if I hit the grab button again, I could throw him, and if I hit the direction and the grab button, I could throw him, left, right, or forward into dudes. That would be really fun. And then the other thing that I would say is I wish there was some like environmental destruction. Like I wish there were things more in the environment. Like I like the grungy look, but I also kind of want there to be, I like the fact that you have weapons, but I wish you could do more with like throwing them. Like, yeah, I could throw them into a wall, or I could, breakable environmental objects, trash cans, throw them into a parked car and destroy things. I mean, just like you would have in a beat 'em up game, like especially you remember the first, not the second one, because the second game was terrible. But the first Cobra Kai game, I love that we had like the environmental interactions, or like the Punisher game, which I really wish that would be brought to modern systems. There was a Punisher third-person game. You don't have to go quite that gnarly with it, but like, or Sleeping Dogs had some really cool environmental kills and stuff like that. So all of that I think would like just giving you more variety, so it's not quite so repetitive. And I can use my mouse wheel to switch weapons. So I've only got these right now. So yeah, like I said, I think what is here is a good start, but it needs a little more depth and a little more variety. I want to be able to throw dudes. I want to be able to grab dudes and like punch them. Maybe if a dude was on the ground, actually I should try that. If there's a dude on the ground, can I curb stomp him? Like sometimes, oh Jesus, that guy. Again, I love when they just fly up in the air like that. I can do a kick combo there. Hold on. There we go. See if I can get them stunned, then they go flying. And I have a block that I really need to make use there. See, look at that. Look at that. If they're stunned, I launch them into other dudes and it takes them out so much quicker, which is a cool thing. I like that. So there we got these big brute dudes. And I can do a drop kick, which is cool. You could even do like a slide. Like if I was running and then I could do like a baseball slide to take dudes down. And then again, like I said, curb stomp them, grab them, whatever. Just being able to like run and then kick their legs out from under them. When they're down, I could either punch them on the ground, or I could hit kick and I could curb stomp them. Like there's so much you could do, and it wouldn't require, again, you wouldn't even have to do like direction and an attack. Like even if you kept it to punch, kick, grab, I think those are the main ones that you would really need. And then you combine that with, if I ran and hit kick, then I would do a slide. There's just so many little things that I think you could do that would really take advantage of the first person perspective. Like this, just because it feels really good. Like, look at like dark, and then you combine that with environmental hazards and stuff. Like, throw them into a barrel. You're at a toxic waste thing, and you throw them into like toxic waste, and they get like that poor bastard at the end of RoboCop. They start getting gnarly and getting like, I don't know. You could just do so much fun stuff with it. Like Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. Like again, kicking orcs off of ledges and into spikes was so much fun. Or what was that game? There's another game that had really fun. Again, I've just throughout this video, I've given so many examples of games that have different aspects of melee in them. Condemned. There was that weird. It didn't end up so well. There was that first-person beat 'em up on the Xbox. What the hell was it called? I want to say it started with the Breakdown. That's what it was called. that had its own sort of a thing. But yeah, I mean, like, anything from like Condemned to Dark Messiah Might and Magic, Condemned, Fear, and then, you know, just looking at what other beat 'em ups do. Again, being able to hold my left mouse button down. If I feel like I've got enough wind-up time, I could charge up an attack and really blast somebody in the face. Maybe same thing with a kick. If I held the kick button down, maybe I would do like a roundhouse or something. Oh, for frick's sake. Yeah, I'm talking too much. Okay. Oh, it gives me a checkpoint. That's cool. That's cool. I actually got to the boss of this level, and I died on it when I played this before, so I'm thinking this is the only level except for the training one, so we'll see how well we do here. But again, I like what's here. I like the arcadey, fast, goofy feel to it. That's totally fine. Giving more character to the, you know, taunts maybe for the enemies. Like you have the regular guys and you have the big guys that are the big grunts that I'm hitting right now. But maybe if they had a few bits of dialogue. Now again, you wouldn't want to be too talky, especially if the dialogue got repetitive, so you have to balance that. You know, even having like your main character. Again, if you're going for like a really kind of, oh geez, I should have blocked. I really need to block more. That is my major weakness. Not just in this game, but just in general. Like I really need. Look, damn son, look at how far he flew. All right, you're dead. But yeah, like adding personality, charge attack, grabs and throws, environmental interaction, destruction. There's so many little things that you could do. And I have no idea what the ETA is. I have no idea how far in development this game is. So like, you know, maybe the demo is, you know, maybe the game is coming close to being released. Maybe it's because there's some games that have demos and they're, you know, they're not really that close to release. So again, I don't know, but like I said, there's potential here and I like what they got going on. But if you added even some of the things that I've been talking about here, it would just be so fun to have a first-person game that was really arcadey and yeah, like I said, I could see really liking this. So, okay, so we climbed up a couple ladders. Now we get to do a rooftop battle. Yeah, see, again, now I could just, if I could just swing in and just curb them. Uh-oh. Okay, I gotta, come on, you bastard. I don't want to get surrounded. Trying to stun one of them gets the stars in there. There we go. Come on, you bitch. Oh, because I want to kick them in other dudes. Oh, I keep hitting V now because I'm used to it. That sound so reminds me of Tony Hawk. There we go. Suck it. Yeah, damn. Okay, that guy flew. I don't even know where that guy ended up. Ow. Yeah, jump kicking is a little weird. Yeah, it just kind of has this Gorn aspect to it. Not really bloody, but that would be pretty fun too. A little blood, you know. I'm not saying that you have to decapitate people if you want to keep it family friendly, but damn. Okay, something broke. All right, glass. I guess we're going down. Let's see. I think we go down this way, right? I think, yeah. Okay. And then jump up here, and then we got a big old... This just spells arena right here. Okay, we got... Oh, hey, sir. Unacceptable. By that, I mean I'm going to club you in the face. I think I have a gun in my inventory by now, so I'm going to save that for Mr. Big Boss Man when he comes out eventually. But first we got to fight a whole series of dudes, like waves of dudes. Yeah, I mean, I'm kicking and I'm punching or slashing. There's not much here yet. If you added variety and interactivity, the curb stomp, the charge attack, throws, grabs, grab someone and just pummel the shit out of them. That was fun. There's so much you could do here. Because I would absolutely play a game like this. Just gotta vary it up a little more. I like how far away they go. God dang, son. So many guys. Okay, you guys need to back the frig off here. There we go. Drop kick you, son. And you. And then we're gonna try to stun one of you bitches. So that I can... Uh-oh. I don't want to be surrounded. That's rule number 1. Beat 'em up. Rule number 1. Never, ever get surrounded. Oh, he hit me. Yeah, I really need to block more. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah. There we go. Yep, okay, here's Boss Man. He beat me last time. Oh, geez. Okay. Ah. Shit. Okay. Okay, where are you gonna checkpoint me here? Okay. Yeah, that guy hurts a little bit. I definitely gotta block this guy more. Ah, I thought I was far enough away. Uh-oh. The music is a little repetitive too. It's just a basic drum loop, like drum beat. All right, let's try this one more time, see if we can beat him. Play a little, yeah, see, I mean, it's really, there's not really a lot of moves I can do. I mean, it's just kick or punch, really. There we go. Okay. That pissed him off a little. Oh, shit, wrong button. Okay, that's gonna... I started out really good blocking stuff, and now I'm just like... Oh! Okay, I had him on... I was hoping that he was seeing stars there. I thought I'd be able to finish him off. Uh-oh. Wow. This guy is not screwing around. I would like to beat him. So I don't think I have to parry. I think I can literally just block. I just have to do it before he... And that's another thing that you could do. Do you block and just take the hit? Or if you do a counter, then it would open him up for more damage. You know, he would get stunned for longer. Again, there's so many things that you could do. So if you didn't want to have to, like, you know... depending on what the timing windows are. Oh shit! I broke my weapon. Haha! Shoot your ass. Uh-oh. So if you blocked, you know, versus parry, there could be advantages and disadvantages to both. And you could still play the game if you weren't good at parrying windows, but you might get a little bit of an advantage if you did parry. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you could do. Even, you know, like a decent parry to like a perfect parry window. So even if you didn't get it totally right, you could still... Okay, beat the living piss out of him. He's still alive. How much of a beating do you take, you prick? Oh, now he's chucking shit at me. Uh-oh. God, that life bar just doesn't go down very much, does it? Kicking seems to really be a good way to start a combo with him, because it kind of... Uh-oh. I want this prick dead! Uh-oh. He's getting there, but he's still got enough health that he could still do me in. Oh shit, I need health. Oh, where did I get that? Uh-oh, now he's gonna be really pissed. Yeah, the music definitely needs some spicing up. This Casio keyboard drum loop here. There we go. Club him with the shovel. Clang. How much damage do you take? Dear God, son. Yeah, fucking die. That's right. Curb stomp your ass. Jeebus. Talk about a sponge of damage. Okay, and that is the demo. So yeah, you get the tutorial level, you get the one level. Again, I think there's a good base to work from here. I would be curious to see what other variety of enemies they would have. And then just expanding what you're able to do. Charge attacks, blocking versus parrying, grabbing someone, throwing them. When they're in a grab, you could throw them, punch them, or kick them. You could do, again, environmental damage, throw them into stuff, kick them into stuff. The charge attacks, holding the punch or kick button down. So yeah, I will be watching this game as it goes through development because, like I said, I think there's a good base here for the demo. But I think it probably would get very repetitive with the, you know, I like the fact that we have different weapons and they do eventually break, it seems. But I think if they add environmental variety, combat variety, more moves, I didn't see a way to find, like, I don't know if, like, you know, getting health power-ups, you know, of course you get your your garbage can chicken in all these beat 'em ups and stuff like that, or maybe enemies occasionally drop, like, I don't know, whether it's meat or as in traditional beat 'em ups, or maybe you get like candy bars or sodas or something. I've seen that in a few games. But yeah, I'm going to follow this one and see how it progresses. And yeah, that is a look at the Sirocco Thugs demo. You can play it on Steam right now, wish listed if you like, and I hope you liked the video. Give it a like if you did. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Blue Sky at Illegally Cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.